Hi all, my name is Avinash and I welcome you to my YouTube channel, The Divine Spark. In our earlier video, we have seen how the individual being is a micro version of the cosmic being. Cosmic being is Ishvara, the infinite consciousness, whose causal body is called the Maya Sharira or the Karana Sharira, whose subtle body is called the Hiranyagarbha and whose physical body is called the Vishwanara or the Virata. Similarly, the individual being is Jiva, the individual consciousness, whose causal body is called the Pragna Sharira, whose subtle body is called the Taijasa or the Linga Sharira, and whose physical or gross body is called the Vishwa. In this video, we will try to understand the subtle body, Hiranyagarbha, and the Taijasa. The subtle body or the subtle universe. The subtle body is the one that runs the physical or gross body. The subtle body is the controller of the gross or physical body. It is the subtle body which is responsible for our intellect, mind, memory, ego, the unique identity, functioning of our sense organs, functioning of our organs of action, and action of the vital air or prana. Intellect plus mind plus memory plus ego is called the Antahakaran, or let's call it the internal faculty of the being. Antahakaran or the internal faculty. Intellect plus mind plus memory plus ego is called the Antahakaran. Intellect is called Buddhi. Mind loosely translates to Manas. Memory to Chit and ego is Ahankara. The internal faculty is one, but it is given different names depending on the function it engages with. The internal faculty is intellect when it is engaged in decision making. The internal faculty is mind when it is engaged in thinking or formulating various options for the intellect to make a decision. The internal faculty is memory when accessing events. The internal faculty is ego, which is at the root of limited or individual experience. It is worth knowing that why it is seen as one internal faculty. This is because each of intellect, mind, memory, ego are inclusive of one another. That is, they cannot be seen as separate or different from one another. For example, when there is no ego, none can exist, no intellect, no mind, or no memory. When ego exists or arises, the intellect, mind, memory arises with it simultaneously. Similarly, thinking, that is, the mind and the decision making, the intellect can be seen as one. This is because decision making cannot happen without thinking, and thinking has no purpose without decision or action, and both intellect and mind cannot function without memory. Subtle sense organs. Next, let us understand the functioning of sense organs. The sense perceptions are five in number. They are to hear, to feel, to see, to taste, and to smell. The corresponding organs are the ears, the skin, the eyes, the tongue, and the nose. Please note that these are subtle organs and not the gross or physical organs. These subtle organs are present in the subtle body of the cosmic being and the subtle body of the individual being. These subtle organs control or are responsible for the functioning of the gross organs. Organs of action. Next, we will look into the subtle organs of action. The subtle organs of action are responsible for the functioning of the gross or physical organs of action. The organs of action are five in number. They are organ of speech, organ for the movement of hands, organ for the movement of feet, organ for excretion, and organ for reproduction. The vital air are prana. Next, we will look into the vital air or prana. Subtle prana controls the vital physiological functions of the body. The main subtle prana or vital airs, also called pancha prana vayus, are prana, apana, samana, Udana, and Vyana. These are main five vital airs. There are several subdivisions to the vital airs too. The pranas are involved in the various functions of our body. For example, circulation by Vyana, breathing and movements of respiratory organs during respiration by prana and apana, digestion by samana, etc. The function of pranas are not limited to these. Hardly any biological or physiological function can be accomplished without the pranas. As simple as sneezing, burping too is governed by the pranas. In addition to these, it is a bridge between the subtle and gross bodies. The subtle elements are the tanmatras. Thus, the subtle body, the Hiranyagarbha and the Taijasa are the controllers of the gross body responsible for various perceptions, actions, and vital airs. The question arises, what does the subtle body responsible for intellect, ego, memory, mind, organs of action, sense organs, and prana is made of, or how it came into being? The subtle body is made up of five subtle elements. These five subtle elements are called the tanmatras. The tanmatras are the subtle space, the subtle air, the subtle fire, the subtle water, and the subtle earth. From our earlier video, we have seen that matter exists in three forms or variants. This is as much applicable to subtle matter as it is to gross matter. The three forms of matter are the sattvic, the rajasic, and the tamasic. Thus, there are three forms or variations of five subtle elements, the tanmatras. The sattvic five subtle elements of space, air, water, fire, and earth. Similarly, there are rajasic five subtle elements of space, air, water, fire, and earth. And finally, there are the tamasic five subtle elements of space, air, water, fire, and earth. Formation of the subtle universe. From the combination of five subtle sattvic elements of space, air, water, fire, and earth, Antahakaran or the internal faculty and the subtle sense organs are formed. From the combination of five subtle rajasic elements of space, air, water, fire, and earth, subtle organs of action and vital air or pranas are formed. In our next video, we will look into the formation of gross or physical body, also called the Vishwanara for the cosmic being and Vishwa for the individual being. Thank you.